Mishkan, when Moshe Rabbeinu in Parshas Truma commands Klal Yisrael to build the Mishkan, the first thing that he says to build is the Aron HaEdus. Yet when Betzalel actually builds the Mishkan, he doesn't build the Aron first. He builds the Mishkan itself, the sanctuary that holds all of the Kelim. Rashi in Parshas Pekudei is bothered by that, and Rashi makes note of, in the pasuk it says that Betzalel ben Uri ben Chor Lamatedon also as kol asher tzivo Hashem es Moshe, that Betzalel did everything that Hashem commanded Moshe, and it sounds like he did more than Moshe commanded him. And Rashi explains that really Moshe Rabbeinu commanded to build the Aron first, so it seems. And Betzalel, who was called Betzalel because he was Betzel Kael, and as he heard what Hashem actually said to Moshe, he heard that he shouldn't build the Kelim first, because when you build the Kelim, where are you going to put them? So therefore you certainly have to build the Mishkan before you build the Kelim. And Moshe Rabbeinu says, you're right. That's really what HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to do. The order is you have to first build the house, the sanctuary, and then all the furnishings, the Kelim, the Aron, the Shulchan, the Menorah, to put them into the house. Because if you build the Kelim first, they're stuck outside with nowhere to keep them. But it's very strange. Why would Moshe have told him to build it the wrong way? Why does Moshe tell him to build first the Aron and only afterwards the Mishkan? So I saw a beautiful pshat in the Asufas Marochos from Reb Chaim Goldvich. He explains that really Moshe heard from Hashem certainly to build the Mishkan first and afterwards the Kelim, because you need somewhere to put the Kelim before you build. Before you have to build the Mishkan before you build the Kelim. The reason why Moshe Rabbeinu said first the Aron and only afterwards to build the Mishkan, because Moshe Rabbeinu was focusing on what is the purpose, what is the goal, what is the main part of the Mishkan, what is the Mishkan for? The Mishkan's whole purpose is to hold the Aron HaEdus, to hold the Aron which holds the Luchas, which holds the Torah. Even though you're right, physically you have to first build the sanctuary which is going to enclose the Mishkan and is going to hold the Kelim, but we can never lose focus of what's really the main purpose of the Mishkan, which is that Aron. So therefore it's true, Moshe said, I'm explaining to you, the Aron is the first thing, is the main thing, is what everything's all about. But physically, of course, you have to build, there are many things that have to be done. The Mishkan has to be built first. It's true not only regarding the Mishkan, but it's true with regards to life. I heard once a story, there was a young couple that just got married, and they bought a house, and the husband and wife decided it would be a wonderful thing to make a nice garden outside, backyard with grass and flowers for the children to play in. And the husband worked very hard, and he was outside one Sunday afternoon doing some gardening, fixing up a beautiful flower bed. And the children came outside, and they were playing in the yard, and they were playing ball. And they kicked the ball, and the ball went into the flowers, and the little boy ran in, and he trampled the flowers, and the father was like, Gewalt, what are you doing? You're running all over the flowers, you're destroying the flowers. And his wife came out, and she gently tapped him on the shoulder, and she said, we planted the flowers not because we want to raise flowers. We planted the flowers because we want to raise children. And we have to never lose focus of what we're really trying to raise and what we're really trying to build. Rav Yehuda Me'erukorn, the Zecher Tzadik L'Vracha, the previous Menal of Neveh Tzion, when he used to go and speak in the United States in high schools, he used to start by asking the boys, what do you want to be? And he would walk around the class and ask them, what do you want to be? One would say a lawyer. What do you want to be? I want to be a doctor. I want to be an accountant. He would go through the class and then he would give a bang on the desk and he would say, you're all wrong. You're wrong. That's not what you want to be. You have to make a living. You have to have a parnasa. So therefore you have to go to college or somehow learn a parnasa and you have to support your family. But you can never forget what you really, really want to be. And that, I think, is the lesson that we learn from the Mishkan here. Moshe Rabbeinu told Betzalel, there are many things that have to be done in building the Mishkan, but we can never lose focus about what the goal, the purpose, what we really want from that Mishkan. What is that Mishkan? That Mishkan is a Mishkan HaEdus, Edus, the Luchas, is the Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us. And it's a Mishkan that HaKadosh Baruch Hu should be able to come down and dwell in. Asuli Mikdash v'shachanti b'soichem. And that's true by every young couple that starts their lives. And they're, Baruch Hashem, they love each other and they're very excited about being together. And there's so many things that go on in life, day-to-day life, that sometimes, chas v'shalom, if we don't focus on what we really are building this house for, we lose track. We lose focus, and we can forget the true purpose of this house that we're building. Any chosim dekala, a Moshe Shloima, a Sarah Michal, who are getting married, Mitzvah Shem. Focus. You have to remember to focus on what's really, really important. Every chosim and every kala, when they build their bias, it has to be a bias with a focus on what are the core things that are important to us. And it's true about every chosim and kala, and it's true about every single person in our day-to-day lives. Never to get lost and caught up in all of the mundane things that are necessary, but they're not the focus, they're not the essence. And Mitzvah Shem, we should be zoiche to live our lives for the purpose that we really realize is the true purpose. And Mitzvah Shem, we should all be zoiche to have a bayis, which is a true Mishkan, and there should be the Hashras HaShechina, and the pasuk should be fulfilled. Basuli Mikdash v'shachanti b'soicham of every single one of the Jewish people.